episode of DockSide TV. We're fishing in between, I guess you could call it an ice storm. We're expecting snow tonight. As you can see right now, I got ice falling on my head. We got ice all over the steps at DockSide. And right before this big cold front happened, pretty much the same story. Lots of redfish, not really seeing any speckled trout, catching a mess of bass too. And where we are fishing on this episode of DockSide TV is deep in the marsh off of Irish Bayou and Chef Pass. And we're fishing very cold water temperature. It's going to be even brutally colder after this ice storm passes. But during this fishing video, water temperatures were around 55 degrees. And we started off throwing the pink champagne matrix shad. We were catching a lot of fish on that. As the day progressed, it got a little bit cloudier, and we switched over to the Spartacus Vortex Shad, the black and chartreuse. Excellent bait, spectacular lure for the fishing redfish. It's an awesome redfish bait, awesome wintertime marsh bait. And what you want to do right now, as we've said in the previous 3 or 4 videos, you really want to target redfish. Forget about the speckled trout. I mean, we got ice falling on me right now, so until the water temperature starts warming up, redfish don't really mind the cold weather, and it actually makes them feed better. When you're looking for the reds, fishing deep in the marsh off the intercoastal of Chef, Bayou Avenue, Irish Bayou, want to focus on, if you can ever find abandoned trees sunken in the water, that's an excellent area. Stumps, stuff like that off the Dyke Canal in Chalmette, great, they got a few. Back here off the Textron Canal, some trees. They really hold a lot of, it's a great spot for redfish and bass. Also, if you find anywhere, if you're fishing a bayou and there's another interjecting bayou or a creek coming out into the main bayou where the 2 bayous meet, that's also a very good focal point when looking for the fish, you know. So we started off this day catching bass 2 at a time. We found certain areas. We'd go long periods of time without getting a bite, and then when we would find the bass, they'd be ganged up. They were mixed in with the redfish, and what seemed to happen is the bass bit first. We caught several in a row right when we started catching the bass. It was bass after bass after bass, and then before you knew it, it was one redfish here and there, and then sooner or later the redfish just took over the school, and before we knew it, it was redfish 2 at a time in every cast, and we didn't see any more bass after that. So the redfish can take over, but that's the coolest thing about Louisiana. You can catch the bass and the reds all in the same spot, on the same lure, matrix shad and vortex shad, and it's a very effective time of the year to fish for both of the species at the same time. So as soon as this ice storm passes, it's supposed to snow tonight. You know, you make sure you're safe in these kind of conditions, but definitely don't fish in this. But when this all passes, the redfish are going to go crazy. They're going to be concentrated all together. So for all our other episodes, check us out on www.docksidela.com and pick you up some matrix shad and vortex shad. Until next time, good fishing.